Never assume a budget car has to feel basic. The 2026 Dacia Sandero is the cheap hatch that just got smarter, cleaner, and a little stronger. And that changes the game. Here's what's going on. Dacia is giving the Sandero and the tougher Sandero Stepway a mid-cycle refresh for early 2026. Prices are expected to start around £16,000, which keeps it firmly in value territory. The Logan sedan and Jogger MPV follow the same playbook, so the family gets a cleaner look and more useful features without a full redesign. Think of it as the same honest car with upgrades where they matter day to day. But here's the challenge most buyers face. You want a car that looks modern and has the tech you actually use, but you don't want the price creep that often comes with it. Budget cars often force you to choose between a low sticker and a tired feel. Can the refreshed Sandero give you both without breaking what made it a hit? Let's start with the outside. The front and rear get subtle changes that add up, including reshaped bumpers and new rear lights. Expect sharper lines, a bolder grille, and a cleaner lighting signature inspired by Dacia's newer design language. The goal is simple: look fresher in the school run queue and slip through the air a bit better. If you like the Stepway, its plastic cladding is redesigned for a more integrated look. Less mud-ready cosplay, more neat and sturdy. It still reads as the outdoorsy option, just with a tidier finish. Inside, the updates are about making daily life easier. Dacia tends to avoid fancy gimmicks, so think better ergonomics, tougher materials, and small touches that cut noise and fatigue. A larger, sharper touchscreen is likely, with quicker response and a simpler menu flow. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are on the cards, which means phone in pocket, maps on screen, no cable hunting. Upholstery and trim should get fresh colors and more durable fabrics, because real value is the stuff that still looks decent after years of kids, pets, and rideshares. Extra sound insulation would be a quiet win, literally. Now, the part that most drivers will feel right away. The familiar 1-liter 3-cylinder turbo gains power, moving from 90 horsepower to 100. It's not a rocket, but that 10 horsepower bump matters for overtakes, ramps, and hilly routes. The tune likely comes from smarter engine management and turbo tweaks rather than anything exotic, which keeps costs under control. There's also buzz about a hybrid option for the Stepway. If it arrives, expect the petrol engine to pair with an electric motor and a small battery to cut fuel bills and emissions. Hybrid in a budget car is a big statement, and it would make the Stepway a sweet daily for city and suburban loops. Tech and safety step up too. Automatic emergency braking, lane departure warning, and traffic sign recognition should be available as standard or simple options. These aren't headline features anymore. They're table stakes, and Dacia knows it. Parking assist is likely improved as well, which is gold for tight streets and crowded lots. Combine that with the updated infotainment, and you get a car that feels more current, without asking you to learn a spaceship. So what does all this add up to? You're looking at a car that stays true to its core job: carry people and stuff for the least money and hassle, while trimming away the cheap feel that used to be part of the deal. Outside, it looks cleaner and more confident. Inside, it gets a bit smarter, a bit quieter, and easier to live with. On the road, the extra power helps, and the possible hybrid could be the big twist for buyers who count fuel stops. It won't chase premium rivals for luxury or thrills, and that's fine, because it doesn't need to. Here's the key moment. If you're waiting for a reason to hold off on a used car or a clearance deal, the 2026 Sandero gives you several. More power, better tech, sharper looks, and the same low running costs. You get progress without paying for fluff you don't use. In short, the refreshed Sandero aims to stay the value king by fixing the exact things that make cheap cars feel cheap. It looks fresher, drives a touch stronger, sounds a touch quieter, and speaks your phone's language. If you want a car that is easy to buy, easy to own, and easy to trust, this update is the answer.